They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to be incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro Stephon Gilmore. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you've put something out.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now again, right side, Gibson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On the ground, Corey Clement, his first carry. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 16-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Muhammad. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Mason Crosby set.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Bears first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Bears.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Antonio Gibson.
6-0 our score after 1.
First quarter with the score Falcons 6, Bears nothing.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give right side. It's Gibson, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
1st and 10.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Carr. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
It's a gain of 40.
A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gibson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the Falcons' 4-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Carr. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Gibson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Bears 14. Falcons 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And some room to work.
Don't worry about it, baby.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. After the interception, here's Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Falcons 12. Mason Crosby set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
first down. Gibson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
The 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. To throw, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From the gun, it's Jackson. And now here is another interception. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On first down, it's Gibson, and he's going to be met at about the 43. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Carr. He'll find Gibson here complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On first down, Carr. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he'll try, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Falcons have retaken the lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 3 yards.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Gibson, incomplete. Grant Delpit on the coverage.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Crosby on now to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get it out.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2nd down.
Some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Gain of 10 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Carr now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll run on first down. Muhammad. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On second down now, Muhammad. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. Jackson now. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now the 6-year man from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 1.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
Third and goal.
3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. They'll run with Muhammad, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Dancing to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 9-yard line.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
1st down.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Gibson. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Past the 20. Woo! Touchdown, Chicago. Darren Waller. his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Man open, it's Goodwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Irv Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Here's Jackson to throw. This is caught. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
Mason Crosby set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
At the 29-yard
Brandon,
line.
all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw his car. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Gibson, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
He was brought down at his 49.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Antonio Gibson, 39 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Now Carr going to try for it himself. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
At the 49-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jackson on 1st down. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. And he'll go down at the 28.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. He's at the 50, the 40.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.